Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Local Learning. In this video we are going to solve ICSE Mathematics Class 7 Chapter 18 Percentage and its Applications Exercise 18G Question 7, and it is divide 2500 into two parts such that the simple interest on one at 4% for 5 years is double than that of the the other at 5% for 3 years. Right now you see that total sum of money that is given to us is 2500. Now this 2500 we have to divide into two parts. It is not necessary that both of the parts are equal, they can be unequal as well. Now we have to divide this into two parts such that the interest on the one at which on the one is 4% for 5 years, right? So the things are given to us so that the first part, right, 2500 divided into two parts, the first part that will have the rate as 4% and time as 5%, and the simple interest on the first part will be greater than that of the simple interest on the second part. This is given, and greater by how much? The double of the other interest, right? So you see is double than that of the other at 5% for 3 years. So the second part in which we will divide, that will have the time as 5%, sorry, that will have the rate as 5% and the time as 3 years. This is clear. So we will find the simple interest on the second part, right? That becomes what? Whatever that will be what? Double than that of the other interest, right? So first you see here that SI on first part, right? So let the principal be rupees X. Now we do not know in which part basically how much sum we are dividing 2500 into. See, this principal is not 2500, but it is the part in which we are dividing 2500, right? So we do not know that, so keep it as X. Now in the first condition, 4% is rate, 5 years is the time, so R becomes 4% and time becomes 5 years, right? Now this is what? Rate and time. Now we'll find the simple interest as well, right? So the simple interest becomes what? X into 4 into 5 upon 100. Use the PRT formula, right? So 1, 25, 1 and 5. You can do the calculation on your own as well. So X upon 5 is the simple interest on the first part. Now this is where you need to understand this. We have found out this interest which is on the first part, and now we find the SI on the second part as well, right? So SI on second part, right? Again we are given with, now here you need to understand, if principal here is rupees X, so here the principal will not be X. Why it will not be X? Because the parts in which we are dividing are not equal. So suppose here this X is, let's say, 1000. So it is not necessary that the principal here will also be X. So if it will be X, then it will be 1000, 1000, 1000 will be 2000. It is not coming 2500. So this is where you will make a mistake. What we see is that, let's say this is 1000 for now. Let's say our X is 1000. So the second part will be what? 2500 minus 1000. That is what? Principal, that is total sum minus X, right? This is what it is. So that is what we'll do here as well. See, principal, right? The principal becomes, now total sum was 2500. X has already been used up. Now how much will be remaining? Subtract X from 2500. 2500 minus X. This will be the value that will be remaining for the second part, because this X has already been used up here. Fine. Now the time is given to us, that is, so SI becomes what? 2500. This is 5 years and 3 years and 5%, right? So 3 years and 5%. This is our rate. Fine. Now 2500 minus X, I will keep it here in brackets only because this is not solved yet, so keep it in brackets. Okay, into 5 into 3 upon 100. Fine. So again I'll cancel this 1, cancel this 20. Now this 2500 will multiply with 3, and so will this minus X multiply with 3. So this becomes what? 2500, basically you get here basically what you get? 3, and here you have 2500 minus X upon 20. because 5 has been cut, so it is 1. Remove this. Now you are left with into 3 and this much part. So 3 into 2500 minus x, and that will be what? 2 zeros will already be there. 25 3s is 7500 minus will be there, and 3, so 3 into x minus 3x upon 20. This is your interest. Again, you should keep this in bracket because it still has not been solved. Fine. So this is your interest on what? On the other sum, that is second part. Now this is where you understand the question. It says that the interest on first part is double than that of the interest on second part. I'm not reading these because just to make it simple. So interest on the first part is double than that of the interest on the second part. So this means this is double of this, right? Multiplied by 2, this is what it is. So what does this mean? We can basically say here that this interest is double of this. So when we will multiply this thing by 2, entirely when we will multiply it by 2, so what will happen is that this will be the result that we will get, right? So now we frame the final equation. All right, okay, I'll do it from here, right? So you see that this thing is the interest. Now 7500 minus 3x upon 20, this is the interest, and we multiply it by 2, right? Because when we multiply this thing by 2, then only we get here what? X upon 5, because this is double of this. When you multiply this by 2, so basically we get x upon 5. So this is the double of x upon 5. Sorry, now you see here we solve this up. So this becomes what? 75 into 2, 150, and 2 more zeros minus 6x upon, and here becomes what? 20, right? Equals to x upon 5. Now what happens? We solve the question. Fine. So I'll take this here, 1500 minus 6x equals to x upon 5 into 20. Here 20 multiplying, so here it will come, sorry, here's 20 dividing, so here it will multiply 1. This is 15,000, not 1500, don't make a mistake, right? So what does this become? 1530 minus 6x equals to x into 4, 4x. And now we solve this up. All right, so what happens is that this 1500 comes here, and this 4, it goes there, right? So minus 6x equal minus 6x and plus 4x is here, so minus 4x equals to plus 15,000, so minus 15,000. All right, this is what it will be. Signs will change, plus to minus, minus to plus, right? So minus 10x equals to minus 1500, sorry, 15,000. Cancel this minus, x equals to 15,000 upon 10. Cancel this one, cancel this one. So at last, what do we get is that x equals to rupees 1500. This is the value of x, the first part. This is our first part. Remember, we divided the number into two parts. So first part was x rupees. So x is 1500. So our first part becomes 1500. Second part was 2500 minus x. 2500 minus x. So we will perform this, right? So basically this becomes 2500 minus x. So 2500 minus x, that will be 1500, right? So subtract it, and what do we get here? Rupees 1000. So do we have it in the option? Yes, this one. Option B is 1000 and 1500. So we take this, it's the correct option. See, first part became 1500, that was x. Now for finding second part, it was 2500 minus x. 2500 is as it is, minus is as it is, x changes to 1500, that we have found out here with the equation. So what do we get in the end? 1000. So 1500 and 1000 are the two parts in which we have divided our number 2500. And friends, this is all for today. If you are new to my YouTube channel, do not forget to subscribe and leave a like on this one. Till then, take good care of yourselves and